it's Kathleen, and if you're anything like me, you're a nosy little baby. I love to know what people are into, what's exciting them currently, so I thought this week I would do a monthly favorites with y'all. October monthly favorites. This is my first time doing a favorites video, but I've always wanted to do one. That's been on my secret YouTube bucket list. But of course, in classic Kathleen style, we've got to inject a little bit of chaos into our video. So I present to you my monthly favorites tier list. Which you might be thinking, Kathleen, aren't tier lists usually like good to bad? True, but those aren't the variables that are coming into play with this tier list. For this tier list, we have wholesome to chaotic. Everything is good. If you're on this list, you passed the test. But what flavor of good are you? Are you white bread good? It's delicious, changed my mind. Or are you unhinged and unbothered? In between, we've got, now that's what I call good content. We've got no middle sliders in honor of one of my favorite YouTube series, Monster Factory. And we've got chaotic, good. And let's build this bad boy out while we go through our monthly favorites. Onward. If you've never been to my channel before, hello. I usually make videos about thrifting and style, so of course we have to talk about some secondhand sellers. I'll share a couple that I've been loving this month, starting with Love a Girl Thrift. Here's the thing about me, and people have always said this, I love a good theme, and Love a Girl Thrift is no exception. They have this great kind of early aughts, hypercolor Lisa Frank aesthetic going in all of their items. And while this isn't my favorite aesthetic, it is one that I definitely appreciate. I also saw that there were some Lisa Frank like gift bags. If you saw my Halloween wish list video, you know how much Lisa Frank ephemera costs. So this is kind of incredible. Also, the shop is local. Well, kind of local to me, in Toledo. And speaking of Toledo, our next shop is another Toledo shop. Amanda has amazing collected goods. Different type of aesthetic, much more homey, much more calm, comfy. I really loved this little bud vase. It kind of has an apothecary vibe. And I also just received one of Amanda's items as a gift for my birthday. This beautiful, stunning little bud vase, and it goes just perfectly with my kitchen counters. If you need a gift for someone soon, check out Amanda and Murray Collected. And of course, I'll put all of the links down in the description box for y'all. All right, last but not least from my secondhand list, we've got Big Eyes Vintage. Now, Big Eyes Vintage is super cool specifically because they focus on furniture, and they have lots of this glossy 80s kind of lacquered items in their collection. I love this so much. What a unique piece. When I was looking earlier on their page, I saw that they had a bunch of rugs. I've actually been looking for a rug for my office for like a year, and I saw some really cool ones. Like this one. Could this be my new rug? No, but I'm gonna keep my eye on you. I think we could be friends. Okay, so where do these secondhand sellers fall on my tier list? Well, that's what I call good content. On to the next. All right, we've talked about secondhand sellers. Let's move on to what I've thrifted this month and what has been my favorite. And we will start with this leopard print puffer jacket. Out of all of the items that I've thrifted recently, are you surprised that this has been my favorite? I'm kind of surprised too, but somehow it's just found its way into my outfit rotation daily. She's soft, she's puffy, feels like wearing a blanket at all times. That checks off all of the boxes for me. And it's silk. This coat makes me feel like I'm in my cheetah girl era, and for that, we get a chaotic? Good. Another thrifted item that I am loving happens to be this dress, but this dress is a mystery to you, and I'll be talking about it in next week's video. So if you'd like to subscribe and see another thrift with me, then please feel free to do so. All right. Let's move on. It's clear from all of these secondhand sellers that I'm a fan of Instagram. It is my social media vice of choice. And there are some really cool Instagrams that I've been digging this month. We'll start with a stylist that I think is just so cool. You may have heard of Futurist or Marvin. It is by no means a small account, but one thing that I love about this account is that he'll often combine art with his styling. Exhibit A, he made this amazing video featuring outfits he put together based on the show JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you're an anime fan or a manga fan, you already know, but he illustrated these drawings, and combining illustration and fashion is my love language. These are so cool. He also has one for the Fairly Odd Parents, and does not disappoint. All right, let's add Futurist to our tier list. Due to the JoJo reference, we gotta slot Futurist into Unhinged and Unbothered. All right, our next Instagram account that I've just been loving falls into the extremely wholesome category. This is PS22 Chorus. You might have heard of them before. Basically, this incredible music teacher and a bunch of 5th graders do covers of gorgeous songs, and they are little angels, and it will make your eyes leak. I'll put some links down in the description. Please go give it a listen if you just need a little uplifting moment today. I just had a very am I old now moment because this one has always been my favorite. The Listomania cover that they did. And okay, let's add it to the tier list. I think this is a topic that anyone would love, palatable to the masses, delicious, change my mind. And from the wholesome, we move into the wholesome, but also slightly unhinged and threatening as well. I present to you Big Trees, Ohio. And it's exactly what it sounds like. People take pictures of themselves with big trees around Ohio, and well, the masses go crazy for it. Majesty tree, where? Where is this? We need some measurements on this puppy. Wow, Big Trees, Ohio came through. 70 feet tall? No response from Kane and Adam. Good day, sir. Why is this account slightly threatening to me? I don't know, something about a huge tree is a little unnerving, is it not? We'll go ahead and add this to our tier list, and it joins the ranks with Futurist and Unhinged and Unbothered. All right, now we move into media. What movies we've been liking? What YouTube channels? We'll start with the song. This song was on repeat for me the entire month of October. Send My Regards by Anthony DaCosta and Madison Cunningham. There is nothing unhinged or chaotic about this song. It is simply a beautiful vocal tune. But if you do listen to it, just enjoy those harmonies. They will scratch your brain in the tickliest of ways. And for that, for its sheer likability, it's going into the wholesomest of wholesome categories. White Bread is Delicious, Change My Mind. Very good. Moving on. We know her. We love her. It's Brittany Broski. I think Brittany is extremely funny, and she has this series on her channel called Fart History. She's known for like bits and gags and goofs. But then she throws out these random videos about art history, and I find them extremely charming. Her most recent one is about why Goya's paintings are so scary, perfect for October. Coming in hot, chaotic, but educational. This will drop into chaotic, good. Wow, I'm really taking my own advice and not putting anything in the no middle sliders category. All right, and finally, one more YouTube video / channel. This is Gabby Bell, and she answered a question that I've been wondering for a long time. Why Spotify playlists never truly shuffle. If you listen to Spotify, you know what I mean. I have thousands of songs saved in my liked songs, and I'm always shuffling them, and I swear I hear the same songs every day. Why it be like that, Spotify? Why it be like that? So Gabby Bell's here to enlighten us. Apparently it's an algorithm issue, but highly recommend watching her video. It is entertaining and educational, and because of that, it will join this beautiful furniture set, and now that's what I call good content. Volume 2. All right, we've talked about a couple YouTube channels. Let's talk about our YouTube channel, and we will cover my favorite comment of the month. Now this month it's actually a collection of comments. During my Thrifting for Halloween costumes video, we did an unboxing of a clown from sendclown.com, and there was also a giveaway thanks to sendclown.com. So I asked y'all to drop a comment if you wanted to win a clown, and some of you very much did win a clown, and some of you very much did not. And I delighted in reading all of your responses. And speaking of said clown, I think Jelly deserves a moment in the spotlight. You are my favorite clown of the month, Jelly. Okay, of the year. I was on a video call with my boss yesterday, and Jelly was in the background, and she's like, "Oh, what's that figurine?" And I showed her. Anyways, all right, Jelly, you're going on the tier list. Right to the bottom, right to the abyss where you belong. All right, let's close out this video by getting real cozy in the Wholesome Corner. These are favorites just from life, little things that have made my heart happy over the month, and I hope they'll make your heart happy too. We will start with tea. Now, I will admit that I am a tea stan. I love a beverage in general. Some would say I'm a bev hound, but I don't like just any tea. Green tea, boring. Darjeeling, cool name, but boring. Okay, there's a time and a place for that kind of classic cuppa, but I am a weird tea connoisseur, and I'm always trying new ones. My sister Anche actually recently dubbed me a manic pixie tea girl, because my tea cannot be like other teas. So my favorite tea this month is soba cha. If you didn't know, cha just means tea, so it's just soba tea. Yes, as in soba noodles. And this tea is literally just buckwheat. just some buckwheat soup. If you like things like barley tea or roasted corn tea, you will love soba cha. Buckwheat tea? Are you gonna be the only addition to No Middle Sliders? I think so. Alright, and to close out the Wholesome Corner, let's talk about catching leaves. I live in a place where it snows. Catching snowflakes on your tongue is a very normal thing to do, but for some reason it had never occurred to me to try and catch leaves as they fell through the sky. And then once I tried it, I realized it was the sweetest thing that I could ever even do. It is so fun. It might be a little late now to catch any leaves, but keep it in mind. Next time you're in a place where leaves do be fallen, try to catch some. And for that, catching leaves joins the ranks up at White Bread is Delicious, Change My Mind, it's good for everyone, and if you don't like it, I don't like you. I was gonna say just kidding, but I mean it, actually. I actually do think that this tier list is a pretty good red flag notifier. If somebody doesn't like anything from the top section, that's a red flag. The rest of them, I'll give you a pass, so you don't have to like them. And that's it for my first monthly favorites video. What'd you think? I would love to know what you've been loving recently. Pop them down in the comments, let me know what videos you've been liking and what little hobbies you've picked up over the last month, what you're fixating on these days. I'd love to geek out about them with you. And if you'd like to come back for my next video next week, then once again, feel free to subscribe. I would love it if you stuck around. If you just can't wait until next week for another video, well, lucky you, I have tons of videos for you to watch. We have last week's video, or my Thrifty Finds playlist if you want some thrift with me goodness. And with that, me and Jelly are gonna get out of here. Maybe go catch some leaves. So I'll leave ya, I love ya, and goodbye.